Welcome all, Meares. I'm Mo.
Meares.
Final episode of Studio 8.0.
It is.
We got kicked out a month early for good reasons.
It's sad to see it go.
Yeah, I got pictures, so we can put that on Facebook.
Yep, we do. We actually filmed an episode of us coming into the studio for the first time, so if you want to go back and find that, it's somewhere last year.
Search hashtag nonsense. But we got 4 games to do. Let's get into them. First game we're going to do is Kansas City traveling to Buffalo. Yes, we're doing a Buffalo game because the games are so bad this week. There's one game where both teams have winning records.
Do you know what game that is?
Chicago, Green Bay.
All right, good.
And I'm not even going to mention the records this week because they're so bad. Kansas City only favored by 3. Undefeated. Is Buffalo that formidable at home?
No, but Kansas City doesn't beat people by a lot.
They really don't. That's a good point.
Their defense is really good. Buffalo, Thad Lewis, is that the guy's name?
Yeah, he's from the Ivy League.
Is what's his name coming back this week?
Who
I don't even
cares?
know.
Who
But
cares?
it's interesting. I don't think Buffalo has a shot now in this game. I think Kansas City goes in and wins. I can't believe they're going to go to 9-0, but that's what I see happening.
I see that happening too. I also saw Seattle winning by 40 last night.
Oh.
And in all rights, they should have lost.
130 yards of offense?
196 yards rushing by the guys that I had cut both on my fantasy team. So I got Kansas City covering 3 here, but there's no guarantees in the NFL anymore.
No, there isn't.
Second game we're going to do, the game of the week by default. Green Bay hosting Chicago, and the game of the week, the one with the 2 teams with the winning records, has an 11-point spread. Green Bay favored at home.
And that's because you've got Josh McCown starting for Chicago instead of Jay Cutler, who's still out. Green Bay didn't look great last week against Minnesota. They allowed a lot of points to that Minnesota, but they didn't really allow any yards. It was weird. They had like 33 points, but like less than 200 yards or something. I don't think McCown's going to be able to score against Green Bay, especially at Lambeau. I think Green Bay wins this game. I think 11's a lot, but you know what? I'm going to actually say cover. I'll take Green Bay to cover the 11.
I'm going to take them to cover because of McNown. Green Bay does look more balanced than they ever have. They were throwing the ball 60 times last year when they were winning. Their defense was horrific the other year that they were winning. They got a good defense. They got a good running game with the Lacy, Eddie Lacy out of Alabama, right?
Correct.
I like their balance. I don't like McNown at all. No. Chicago is going to... And if Jay Cutler's what you need to not do that, I question what you were doing from the beginning. Third game we're going to do, juggernauts of the past.
Yes. Pittsburgh
traveling to New England. New England favored by a touchdown here. Pittsburgh lost to Oakland. They looked horrific.
It was at Oakland, at least.
It was at Oakland. But it was a game in 2 halves, 21-0 in the first half, and then 18-0 in the... I got a junk time, Le'Veon Bell touchdown.
Nice.
New England is anemic offensively. Defensively, they're not good. They did pick up a nose tackle today from the Eagles.
They did.
What do you got happening here?
Well, they spotted Miami 17 and still won that game pretty handily.
Miami.
I don't understand how Pittsburgh is this bad.
I don't either. Maybe because Palomalo is a joke.
I think
their defense is like 96 average age.
It's just not. It's not good. And as much as I want this to be a good game because it's like Pittsburgh, New England, it's the big game from the early 2000s, mid 2000s. I don't think it's going to be. I think New England's going to just cream them, and so I'll take New England minus the 7.
I got to take New England. I'm going to take Pittsburgh with the points. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. But to note on the Pittsburgh defense, Troy Polamalu I've had an issue with for years. The last 2 fucking weeks, in the play of the game where it's so predictable what's going to happen, he does some stupid fucking thing he should get suspended for. He jumped over the center.
I saw that.
On a field goal last week.
Hey,
that should be a suspendable fucking play, because that was just dumb shit. And then there's a run where they just have to make a run, and he comes from like off the sideline on a circle to get around. It was like fucking Madden. Like you just like kind of ran there and waited for the snap to go and then tackled the guy. And it's like, whoo, look at his hair. He sucks. Pittsburgh will cover. New England wins. New England, it's fucking awful. They're the most awful two-loss team in history. Final game we're going to do, somehow a pick'em.
I don't understand.
This is a pick'em. Washington is a pick'em against San Diego.
I have a feeling,
in Washington.
I have a feeling it's a pick'em because it's early in the week when we take these lines, and they're still questionable on Robert Griffin III, which makes them wary of putting. I don't know. If this is a pick'em, this is my lock of the century. I would take San Diego all day long. Coming off a bye, they've been really good traveling across country.
Well, they've been good. Period.
I mean, this is a good team. They got Keenan Allen, who I take in fantasy and FanDuel every week, and doesn't do shit. But he's got a good team. Phillip Rivers, bitch face, is looking like actually a decent quarterback this year. Washington has nothing. And they're awful.
Terrible.
So give me the Chargers all day long in this game. I'll take a -7.
Shocking last week when Washington comes out in Denver and actually has a lead.
Yeah.
And then reality kicks in.
Yes. Quickly.
Robert Griffin III is not healthy, or he's not good.
And that offensive line's
End over end
pathetic.
passes. He got don't run, you're going to get hurt. He got fucking annihilated in the pocket. I saw hits that would have ended my life on 7 occasions. And then he hurt his other knee at the end of the game.
Yes.
Got in a debate with that with somebody, but now it wasn't the other knee, but it was the other knee. Yeah, lock of the week is about right. San Diego's dominating at certain points. Phillip Rivers doing okay. I mean, the bitch face will come.
They will.
But it's not going to be in Washington against that fucking defense.
No.
Now it's time for comments of the week.
Yes.
We're going to do it this week?
I
because
have
we didn't print out any papers.
I know. First comment from Leo C.
Leo.
I have scratched my ass many times, and to my surprise, it didn't smell bad. Patriots win. Ever heard of a Bengal tiger? Motherfuckers can't even Google right. Mind you, I didn't put it in too deep. I don't know what that last line meant. Here's my.
I understand why you're scratching your ass and smelling it and putting it on.
That's a reference to last week, but let's talk about the Bengal tiger for a second, because this came up a bunch of times in the comments. If you Google Bengal and you go to Wikipedia, it's a fucking domestic cat, a Bengal. I understand that the Bengals are maybe some special type of tiger, Bengal tiger, but a fucking Bengal is a domestic cat, just so you know.
I slept fine this week.
Okay. Our next comment's from FGGF, another repeat commenter.
FGGF.
Mole looks like he pulled a Cleveland Browns jersey out of the trash and put it on.
I pulled my high school jersey out of the trash and put it on.
And how many people think that's a Browns jersey? It's beyond. I mean,
well, it looks like a fucking Browns jersey. Nobody ever watched me in my excellence in high school quarterbacking.
Our next comment's from Niners77KV916, another EP commenter. Oh, and one more thing. Whatever Meares was on when he called out the Cleveland's game over the Chiefs, I want some too. Shit, what the fuck? Alex Smith is effing 8-0. Now...
Is that saying you were wrong? Was it saying
Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah, it's saying...
Was he saying he wanted... What's the one? I want some too.
I don't know. Oh, he wants some of the shit that I was on when I called out.
Oh, yeah, because that was actually a close game.
It was a very close game, and I thought it was a good call. And by the way, we both said they would cover, and they did. So.
I said they'd win by 7, they won by 6. So.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good call.
So that's our show for week 9.
Make sure you step up your comments, because this was a weak week.
We didn't cover the New York Giants, but guess what? After I ran it last week, it's very fucking possible they're going to go into that Dallas game one back.
I don't want to talk
With
about
the
it.
schedule the way it is.
I don't want to talk about
They're
it.
going to go 6-10 at the most.
I don't want to talk
But there's going to be a point where they're actually going to be playing for first place because that's how fucking bad Dallas is.
Week 9, make sure you subscribe, comment. We're only 3 people away from 600, so do it, bitches.
3 people. You're the 600th subscriber will get you to nothing.